Oh, it's DLC season again. DLC time, DLC time, happy days. Let's go over Majuub and how to unlock all of his attacks and his Supersoul. First, we're going to unlock Flash Chaser, an awesome move that fires up to 2 sets of 4 blasts that home in on your opponent with an additional input. You're going to go into Parallel Quest 138, the Battle for Earth. You have to defeat all the enemies, clear with Goku surviving, and defeat Omega Shenron and the other Shadow Dragons. When you start this match, you can feel free to charge up all of your ki, because chances are your teammates will go straight in and distract the enemy anyway. Transform at full power and head into battle! When it comes to strategy with this parallel quest in particular, this first part has absolutely no real way of doing it better. It's just get rid of the enemies at the beginning of the match, really. So just take whatever huge damage dealing moves that you can think of, any nice cool super combos. I found that Warp Kamehameha across all of the parallel quests in DLC tend to be absolutely invaluable. Something like Giant Storm will be great, anything that teleports you really, stuff with a wide range of attacks, something like I don't know, Vanishing Ball, Super Vanishing Ball I meant to say, or I can't remember what the name of Fuse the Masters movies, but whatever, something like that, something that deals a large amount of damage, and something that teleports you will be really helpful because you're going to have to nip around quite a lot. Adding to that, if you take the Super Soul, I hope you're reborn as someone good this time, you'll refill your ki every single time, which again is extremely valuable in this kind of, well, all of these parallel quests, because you use a lot of ki and fight a lot of enemies. After you finish all of the enemies, go over to the portal on the left. The one on the right doesn't actually do anything, it must be in there by mistake. Go straight through the portal with haste and speed and you'll land on the Tuffle homeworld. And you'll have to fight against Trunks and Pan and Super Baby 2, I think. I can't remember. I just played it a couple times, just have a look at the video. Trunks definitely, I'm fighting him right now. But there's no real order to this, but what I will say is that when you defeat Super Baby 2, he will come down in Great Ape form, so it's probably best to leave him till last. But after a while, Pan will enter the match, so you'll have another enemy to fight. So it's probably best to take her out before Super Baby, unless you're comfortable taking care of a weird, buffed up Pan and Great Ape Super Baby, because that's fun. In drops the big boy, and he's mad. I like to use Warp Kamehameha with Dead End Rain to take care of Great Apes. It's just been extremely helpful. I think it's just basically as soon as you get his stamina bar all the way down, it's a one-hit kill. Well, I say one-hit kill. Using both moves in the row will get rid of him. Unless your teammates think it's, you know, tail grabby time. Ooh, tail grabby. That's helpful. I didn't want that to happen. Damn it, the teammates are necessary and hinder you at every stage. Go over to this portal and wait for the warning sign. And head through with haste, and you'll come into the space level. Goku will turn Super Saiyan, and you'll have to fight off against Ice Shenron, Nova Shenron, and then later on Omega Shenron. All of the Shadow Dragons, all 3 of them will do this power-up animation when they get for a certain amount of health remaining, so don't waste all your ki on huge ultimate attacks. Wait till they do this, and then go in and absolutely slaughter them with huge amounts of ki blasts and explosions in the face. Like that. Just nice and turkey boost them into oblivion. Excellent. Then Omega Shenron will come in when you defeat one of them, and again, when his health goes down by a little bit, he will also do the power-up thing. And they also like to switch opponents a lot, which is really, really helpful, because the amount of ultimates you'll be spamming, you might get stamina broken quite a bit during this mission, unless you're quite careful. There he is, wasting all the ki of everyone around him in the lovely game mechanics we have to put up with in this game. I'd recommend taking something like Spirit Bomb on its own. It's really powerful, and you can probably get away with not attacking so much. The teammates will take care of the rest of it. If you get a bit bored after the ultimate finish, you can try Destroy the Earth with a couple ki blasts, you know, something fun, pass the time, and wait for sweet victory. I tried seeing where that other portal goes. It goes to space, and it's unusable on both sides. I don't know what that's for. As soon as you enter the Tuffle homeworld, you can warp Kamehameha straight into everybody and attack pretty much everyone at the same time. You can do this throughout the parallel quest. It's really helpful. And Super Baby 2 is the one that drops the Super Soul. And there is another ultimate finish with a turkey boosh. Next, we're going to unlock Dragon Blitz, which allows you to also teleport as well as move closely towards the enemy. An additional input will do an extra knockdown like that. Very nice. And additionally, his evasive Brutal Buster, which you can charge up, which breaks the enemy's guard, I presume if they're blocking when you fully charge it. This is in Parallel Quest 141, Oob's Ultimate Challenge. Let's go into it right away. And you will have plenty of time to charge up all of your monstrous reserves of ki, because there's a lot of dialogue at the beginning. So charge up Transformer, and then you should trigger the cutscene, and the portal will open. There you go, very nice. Go straight towards it, and run through the portal with haste, or fly, either one. Then you'll come into these Cell Juniors, and they will be really annoying. They'll keep spawning in. You'll have to fight them out something like maybe 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 before Perfect Cell appears. But when he does, he's the one who drops the first move. Oh, very nice. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of them. So just keep destroying Cell Juniors until Cell pops in. Oh, madness! And also the move we just got from the other Parallel Quest will be extremely helpful. It's a very good move for Parallel Quests. Cell has now entered the building, entered the fight. Player 2 has joined the game, and now destroy him with ease and contempt, without mercy or forethought. Not a whole lot to say about this point, really. Just get rid of Cell as best you can, really. Take some cool, cheesy super combos if you want to, or something like that. Just get rid of him as quickly as possible. You're not here to make friends, just get rid of him. And there's the skill drop. On the previous Parallel Quest, I should probably mention, I'm not sure who drops the skill. I don't remember seeing one. There's the portal. So I think you just get it by beating the mission or beating a Mega Shenron. So one of those. Through the portal with furious haste. And then the next portal will open. So you can use this chance to heal any allies with Energy Zone if you want to. And you can also do the same thing as you go through the portal because there's more dialogue. So much dialogue in these Parallel Quests. It's just, it's something else. So much waiting around. So now the Meta Callers will come in, and it's time to destroy them too, without mercy and with malice and vigor and some other fourth thing. Just throw down loads of supers, loads of ultimates, use the super you got from Oob's previous mission. Again, it's really, really good. Like all those 8 different ki blasts, they've got a good chance of hitting, and also they do quite a bit of damage as well, so it's very good. Oh, ready? Surprise boosh, and it helps you combo with other supers because it keeps them kind of occupied. Now full power caller will come in. Full power caller, 4th form caller. There he is, final form caller. So get rid of him and he drops the other skill. So once you've got both skills, all you got to do is finish the mission. But we're off to get the ultimate finish, aren't we? Because we're just that savage. So get rid of him as soon as you can. It's not difficult. I mean, none of these are difficult. They're just so many. There we go, skill drop. Happy days. Feel free to rewind that bit where he walks into that Kamehameha and blasts off screen like a ballerina. It's special, very special. Through the portal with haste. Now we come to the Wastelands, and you've got to fight against Broly. And, I mean, he's not hard. Broly's never really hard, unless you do a really stupid mistake. And that would be a foreshadowing to the end of the video. But anyway, just spam your supers, spam your ultimates. He won't last very long. He'll be dead soon. And then you can have tea and crumpets. And ready for a turkey bush. Very nice. And once he's down, you'll get more dialogue. And then I was going to say a painting. A portal will open. Also a painting, but mostly a portal. And it's a bit weird how Majuub thinks that he's mastered Golden Frieza, but this extended dialogue, you can use it to throw down an energy zone, or play some cards, or take the dog for a walk. There's plenty to do because it takes forever. Pretend you're shooting Frieza. Do something, but watch because it's really boring. And then an enemy will appear very shortly afterwards, and that'll be 2 time patrollers who really should have stayed home because they're going to end up landing themselves in the hospital with a boosh. And then just take care of those 2. They don't give you anything. They're just there to be annoying because this game thinks, you know, annoying things are challenging. Well, they're not wrong, but that's also not the point. But just get rid of the time patrollers who should have stayed home as soon as you can, because really they are pretty annoying, but they're not difficult. They just like to group up and gang on you. Gang on you? Gang up on you. Throw down a Holy Wrath. A nice little cheeky one. How about that? Oh, a attack from behind. What a boosh. That was a boosh. Dead. Golden Frieza got turkey booshed. A surprise turkey boosh. Boosh. And that would be an ultimate finish, because I destroyed Frieza where he stood. Now it's time for victory. That would be the Supersoul. And those are the moves. Next, we're going to unlock his ultimate move, which is really freaking good. This is going to be in Parallel Quest 142, Time Space Tussle. That was a nice name. Lightning Impact is a hell of a good move, and it will be a really good one for Parallel Quests. There'll be no room to charge up the key at the start of this match, because everyone's just going to aggro on you like mad. They're going to keep switching and ganging up on you. You're going to just be hit in the back constantly in this Parallel Quest. It is probably, I don't want to exaggerate, because Parallel Quest 100 is my least favourite Parallel Quest of all time, because I had to do it, no joke, about 50 times to get the move dropped from that one. But this is one of my top 5 least favourite Parallel Quests in the entire game. It's very boring, because you enter and there's 4 enemies, there's 3 of you, there's no additional teammate. They gang up on you constantly, you get knocked in the back, and they just spam key blasts, they spam ultimates, they spam dragon dashes. It's not fun, it's very boring, because it's just like that, for example, that just happens constantly. Spamming ultimates, spamming dragon dashes, randomly getting hit in the back and there's no way to counteract that. Randomly they'll gang up on you 2-on-1, or even 3-on-1, god damn it. This is not a fun mission, so just get it over and done with. And you get ready for a boosh. There you go, there's the skill drop. You get Oob's ultimate from beating Oob. So if you want his skill drop and you didn't get it from beating Oob, you know what you have to do? You've got to restart the mission, because you're not going to get it at all. Unless there's something I don't know about, but yes. Anyway, for the 4th time, Oob drops his own ultimate. Who'd have thought? So there we go. All we're going to do now is try and get the Supersoul, and we're also going to try and get the ultimate for Android 21, which we also get in this match. I got both skill drops at the same time. I was really happy. Boosh in the back. That's why it's such a useful move, because it kind of autonomously attacks the enemy, providing you do the extra input. It kind of saves you if they attack you. Now the portal will open, and don't feel obligated to go straight through it. You can feel free to stand on the floor, get your stamina back. It's probably worth it. There's going to be lots of enemies. There we go, there's another 3, and then you're going to have to fight off against Champa. What I would say as a general good rule for these Parallel Quest sessions, all of them, every single portal, is don't do anything when you start in. Just don't charge up, don't do anything. Just see who aggro's on you first, because you'll find out. With me it was Champa, and then originally, I can't remember who it was in the first part, but it's always Champa for me. One of the characters will pretty much always aggro on you more than the rest of them, and you'll find out who it is. Let them knock you around like 2 or 3 times. You won't lose any health really, and then you'll get to separate them from the group and take them on one-on-one without the constant interruptions of other... Oh god, got saved so bad, but in the end it was for nothing, because he died anyway, and teleport away because of vanishing. Evasive is very annoying, but if you want to take a little bit more time to separate them from the group, it will do you much better off, because you won't have to keep constantly getting hit in the back. And there's the next portal. Through with haste, I say. And goody gumdrops, we're on the best map in the game. High levels of sarcasm. What I will say in this match is that Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan Vegito is the one you should go for first. Not because he aggro's on me first, which is what he does. He is the heaviest aggro character in this part of the mission, but because when you defeat Zamasu and Goku Black, both of them, they then come back as Fused Zamasu. So if you get rid of Vegito first, you will only have 1 enemy to fight at the end, not 2. Because otherwise you have to fight against Vegito and Fused Zamasu, and that's obviously a little bit harder than fighting off against just Fused Zamasu, because then you'll have a 3-on-1 match instead of like a 2-on-1 and a 1-on-1 or something silly. Just pick your opponents a bit more carefully, switch out, take some of their aggro if you have to, but it's much better to get rid of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito first, so you can warp in and destroy Zamasu with infinite malice. And that when that move hits, it's good. I'll say that much. There's a little bit of a problem with some of the attacks not hitting amazingly well, but I mean, maybe they'll get patched. As soon as you're ready, get rid of Zamasu, as you would expect, because he can't stay around forever. He is not welcome here. Oh, look at that combo. Team combo. Now we're going to have a new enemy, and that'll be Fused Zamasu. I bet you didn't know that was going to happen, because I didn't mention that at all. How lucky are you to be such good guessers?
I would say probably kind of keep your distance from him initially, because he will like throw down ranged attacks and you can counter them pretty easily, but it's a bit harder when you're quite close to him.
In the face. Very nice. Disrespectful. Ultimate sausage.
And he will like to use his ultimate when you're right next to him, so if you want to get in close, there's also a benefit to that, but what am I saying? There's a benefit to being close and far away. It's a benefit being there, let's just go with that.
Through the portal with haste.
Now I'll come to space, and another portal will open, and this is your last chance, really, to get a decent amount of healing in. You can either pop an item, or you can use your energy zone, but as soon as you go in, you'll be aggroed non-stop by Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, Ultra Instinct Goku, and Jiren all at the same time. It's just not fun. It's a very annoying part of the mission, because you'll be fighting one person and you'll finally get your own back. You'll start to actually hit them, and then Goku just teleports behind you, and he I can't remember the name. There we go, Jiren. Oh, Jiren, you big sausage. Like, Jiren just randomly throws ultimates in your back, and then Vegeta just throws down his final sacrifice, and then before you know it, Ultra Instinct Goku's teleport behind you, and his soaring fist has just pushed you across the map again. It's a very frustrating, infuriating, convoluted, mishmashy kind of cluster F of a map of a match. But you can you can make some ground. As soon as you get rid of one, you can hang back, spam your ultimate, spam your supers, get rid of them.
You're not here to make friends, you're here to make enemies for life.
Oh, and Kefla's in here too. I forgot to mention that. It's a 4-on-3 fight again, and all of them aggro on you randomly. They don't keep their opponent, they randomly switch. It's just not frustrating at all. It's such an easy, carefree, fun, and just really well-placed mission. It's just, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's perfect. Like, it doesn't need changing. It's so fun to play. I had to play this 20-minute mission 7 times, and every time it was just fresh, invigorating, and I had such a good time every single time. Boosh! Are we ready for another turkey boosh? I also forgot to mention, Goku in this mission has full auto dodge. Full auto dodge. He's basically a boss, except with normal health, which is fun. You can't do any physical attacks on him. Once you get rid of them, there's a chance that you can use one energy zone before the last enemies come in the ultimate finish, and this is where you get Android 21's ultimate move, which is very, very cool. Don't waste your key like I did. In come Few, Android 21, and Dragon Ball Super Broly, and they're all very annoying because they all spam their ultimates constantly. Well, whenever they can. They don't have infinite key, but you know what I mean. It's a very difficult match, not because it's hard, but because it's just there's a lot going on, and they just spam stuff. I mean, I think it should go without saying, but if you want Android 21 to move, the best way to make sure you get it is to go after Android 21 first, because if you don't get it, then what's the point? I say that, you've been in this mission for about maybe 15 minutes by this point, you might as well just finish. I mean, you're not really losing much by not fighting 2 people, you might as well just get it over and done with. But at least you'll know. At least you'll know you failed and have to go back in and do it all over again. You'll know early, and that's really the gift of Christmas. And there's the skill drop, very nice. I'd be a bit careful around spamming ultimates around the last part of this mission, especially if your teammates get downed, which they probably will, because they don't last very long. They're not very durable. But that would be a quick tip, because they do like to break your stamina.
But then disaster struck.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Good job for me. You don't actually need to pass this mission to still get the moves when you finish. So you can completely make an arse out of it and get booshed in the back and still get the move drops. So there's a silver lining, isn't it? Yeah, very nice. Oh dear.
Despite messing up at the last minute and getting boosted in the back, it's time for victory.
And if you want to get the Universe 6 baseball team, I'm pretty sure it's Champa that drops it. Now, you can get the Supersoul throughout this mission, which I didn't get. This is the very match I did get it, actually, but I didn't see an equipment drop, so I presume you actually just have to finish to get it. So there you go.
That was unlocking Oob's moves and Supersoul. If you want Android 21s, you're going to have to stay tuned for the next exciting episode of AxoniusRex.